will be back.
My daddy is coming home.
I promise I don't normally do this. I promise.
Just stop it.
Rise and shine, Malone. You have a visitor.
Conjugal, I hope.
Conjugal basically refers to extended visits where inmates can spend time with spouse or family in a private space. I know he says it as a joke, but part of me finds it kind of hilarious if some just chick walks in like Selena Kyle saying, "Hey, I'm here for my visit with Matches Malone."
No need to be gentle, boys.
Guess this is a conjugal visit after all, Malone, because you're about to get...
Oh, phew, I thought this dumbass was gonna ruin my PG rating.
Irving Malone.
Or do you prefer matches?
Well, I prefer to be back in my cell.
Yeah, well, we just want to talk.
Yeah, sure.
Whoever handled the lighting in this game seriously needs to write a book or something. I'm not even kidding. I love how Harvey is mostly in the dark here, barely visible, but the light just brushes against his bad side. Then when he steps fully into the light, the shadow briefly covers that same side. It's such a smart use of lighting to reflect his inner conflict. This might be some of the best use of lighting and shadows I have ever seen in gaming. It doesn't just look good, it actually feels the emotion and the narrative.
This got anything to do with your rat problem?
You tell us.
This is your cell, isn't it? Yeah, and it's 3 a.m., but where are you, Matches?
I'm staying at my summer cottage. You're talking to Bruce Wayne here.
It's cute, smartass. Bruce Wayne's a friend. He wouldn't do something like this.
The sweet, sweet irony.
Something like what?
Like an inmate named Yamashiro? He's dead.
Are you entering a keypad code there, Gordon, to get to the photo? And it's easy to miss, but Harvey is smirking on his bad side when Gordon starts mentioning that Yamashiro is presumably dead.
He's dead? Hey, now wait a minute.
Presumed dead, of course. GCPD's still trying to recover his body.
So he could just be missing. You know, a lot of inmates going missing lately.
Put out your left hand. Come on, your left hand. Let's see it.
That is a nasty cut.
Looks fresh, too. Yamashiro's real name was Chris Nakano.
Oh, I love Harvey's reaction here when Gordon does that. He looks completely shocked, like he's pretty much saying to him, this wasn't in the script. And his good side is facing us, of course, when that reaction happens.
You killed an undercover cop, you asshole! No! He was a good man. He was a family man.
I know, but I need him on the stand.
Hey, I didn't kill anyone. How is any of this on me?
This is Nakano's knife.
A gift for me when he joined the force.
DNA came back with 2 hits. Chris's blood on the handle.
And yours on the blade.
You got nothing. A judge will throw this garbage out. You got no motive.
No motive? I got a dozen eyewitnesses, including Captain Bolton, that saw you in a fight with Nakano your first day here. This isn't any pissing contest between 2 cons. Hey, don't they say that when the Rat King arrives, it'll be as an inmate?
Carmine Falcone's flunkies sure does fit the bill.
Either way, you're on the hook for killing one of the last honest cops in Gotham City.
Alright, as much as I love the atmosphere of this scene and the tension is really well built, I'm gonna be honest, the writing here feels very rushed and not nearly as fleshed out as the game makes it seems. I get that Gordon is playing the bad cop and is acting out of emotions and it's very well done, but the way he yells at Bruce feels off. Like, we're already supposed to know that Yamashiro is an undercover cop. It takes away from the surprise, honestly, and then there's the whole knife evidence thing. So according to their logic, if you get stabbed with the knife, you're the killer. Like, what? Yeah, I kind of see why the Gotham City Police Department is in shambles. Some top-tier detective work going on here. I can see what they were trying to do with this reveal, but in my opinion, it was very poorly executed.
You feel that, Malone? Those are the walls closing in.
Literally a week ago, Gordon was all in a tizzy about
Due process, goddammit! Due process!
I guess the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Take this scumbag back to his cell.
There will be a pre-trial hearing. I'll see you there.
At least Harvey still has his odd sense of humor.
Gordon's over the edge, and I'm out of time. This is it. The day of wrath. I gotta get into solitary to find who Crane was talking about. The one who came back. I need Falcone's help. He's in the yard.
You can start to hear Bruce slipping out of his Malone voice here. I don't know if this was intentional or completely by accident, but I personally think it's a great detail. You really get the sense that he's under a lot of pressure, especially after that bombshell about him being a suspect and potentially going to trial on something he didn't do. And that stress is starting to bleed into how he speaks.
Joe's gone, Malone. Looks like I'm gonna be filling in. Did you want to shop, or is there something else you need?
Commissioner Gordon was my wake-up call this morning. Stuck me in front of the DA.
What about?
A con who went missing, Yamashiro. They're saying I killed him.
I don't know what to say, Malone. Anything I can do?
Well, if something happens to me, tell Dr. Tompkins I said be safe and be good. She'll understand.
Oh, I love how be safe and be good is basically their way of saying I love you. At least that's how I interpret it. We hear her say it to Harvey in chapter 2, and then Harvey says it to Bruce in a flashback. So you know it means something more than what it actually means.
Where's Joe?
Strangest thing. GCPD came this morning and took him away. He ain't even complained. Barely said a word.
What the hell for?
Don't know. You ever say anything about parole?
No. He didn't leave a note or something?
Sorry, man. You guys were getting pretty tight, huh? I hope you see him again.
Ooh, I like the confusion mixed with concern in Bruce's tone here. Like Turner said, they were becoming pretty close friends. You can tell Bruce is probably wanting to go to Joe for advice, or at least in that moment. So there's a sense of disappointment when he's not there. But at the same time, there's now concern, because now his friend is gone, and nobody knows why.
Have you seen my friend Ian Chase?
You won't be seeing him any longer, Mr. Boyle. We helped him relocate to Dr. Crane's lab.
A pity. Ian was rich with ambition, but intellectually destitute. I couldn't let him jeopardize my livelihood by making some foolish bargain with the Falcone family.
Your safety's guaranteed, Boyle. My pals will make sure no one messes your hair, so long as you keep that protection money flowing.
A leopard doesn't change its spots, as they say. Of course Boyle goes behind Ian's back, and from the way it sounds, he's been taken care of. It fits his scumbag personality perfectly and reinforces the idea that he's never going to change. Honestly, it suits his character, and Boyle is gonna probably end up rotting in prison the rest of his life.
You could have killed me when you had the chance, Malone. But you showed mercy. You need anything from me, just ask.
What do you know about Dr. Crane? He ever pay you a visit?
Yeah. Well, Dr. Crane examined me a few times. For what good it did him. The venom that flowed through my veins once gave me incredible power. When Batman caught me and I was locked away, the withdrawal symptoms caused permanent damage. Dr. Crane told me the venom addiction rendered me unfit for his experiments. I was of no use to him after that.
Seriously, all you got? You can't fight, you don't have any intel? The hell are you good for anyway?
Today, maybe nothing. But Bane will be back. We'll rule Gotham's underworld together again. Not even Batman will be able to stop us.
At least he did get the detail about Bane being in the Arkham Underworld game, right? But in all seriousness, I wish we could have gone a bit deeper into his delusion disorder, or at least that's what I'm thinking they are doing with Bird here. He's clearly in denial, holding on to false hope that Bane is still out there for him, and I wish this game leaned into that more and actually called it out. They build Bird's character in such a riveting way that it honestly feels like it could support his own side story, or even a comic about him. I really want to see where his story goes, whether he eventually loses hope or he completely breaks down. Regardless, I think they did a great job with Bird's character. Even though we don't finish exploring it, they still made me really interested in it.
You know, a lot of guys swear they're gonna go straight when they get out of here. Not me, Chief. Me? I'm angling to be Falcone's top man on the outside. I work for the competition, so I understand it. Makes me indispensable.
I'll stop you right there, Ricky. You're gonna try to sell whatever you know about Falcone's business to the Penguin, or take another job with him and then rat him out to Falcone.
Yeah. Gotham's a competitive job market. You gotta make yourself stand out to as many employers as possible. You know this.
I hate to admit it, but this actually made me smile. I freaking love Loose Lips. Never change. I really hope they do more with him in the future. He's just a delightful little sleazeball, and I can't help but enjoy his presence in the series.
Any weapons on you?
He's good, Lou. Kid didn't save my neck the other day just to cut it open. Hold on. Get over here.
Lou does this pre-fighting gesture, then he smacks his stomach when he hears Falcone call out to him. Has nothing to do with the scene, but I just thought it was kind of a cute little character quirk they kept in.
I heard Commissioner Gordon paid you a visit this morning. What gives?
He thinks I murdered Nakano.
Murder? Sweet boy like you? Huh. And who or what is a Nakano?
Yamashiro. Real name was Chris Nakano. He was GCPD.
What? A rat's a pig? Of all the shit. So, you kill him?
Of course not. Did you?
The hell kind of question is that?
You were suspicious of him. In fact, just yesterday
I'm
you were
suspicious of a lot of people. But I didn't kill him. Never even found the guy.
Apparently someone did.
Matches, Malone. Why are you here? Gordon sent you. You wearing a wire?
One stupid question at a time.
Hey, don't get smart with me!
Man, Bruce really is a completely different person when he matches Malone. Those smart-ass comebacks are just amazing. It makes you wonder. Imagine Batman talked to his villains like this all the time. It would completely change the tone and dynamic. And I really like Falcone's motion capture here. It's a bit over the top, but in a way that actually works. This is how animation should feel sometimes. You can really appreciate how much the actor commits to the body language and performance.
Sorry, boss. It's nothing like that. It's just Gordon's got me stressed.
I feel that. You know, you should try yoga. I've been doing it since I got in here. Really works. Lou can attest.
He's like a different guy.
A fun running joke to bring all the way back from Chapter 2, when it was first mentioned. I should probably get into yoga. Even Peter Parker encourages it.
You should try yoga!
What do you want, kid?
Get me into solitary.
The hell for? You leave your wallet behind or something? You're crazy, kid. And I'm here for it. Sure, I can get you into solitary. There's a wall of tiger guards in our way, but most of those bricks are on my payroll. Let's go cause some trouble.
Falcone really grew on me as a character in this game. He just has this unique presence that you can't help but enjoy. It's not what I expected going into this game. He just works way better here than I thought he would. By far, one of the more memorable versions of him in Batman media.
Malone, you read me?
Loud and clear, boss.
Good. So, why are we going to solitary?
To see a rat. Find out what he knows. Keeping you safe from the Rat King.
Damn rats are a menace. If it ain't them, it's the DA. Dent thinks he's gonna nail me at trial, you know.
But he's not.
Ha! I got enough dirt on these judges to bury City Hall. You wanna know the beauty of it? I got it under lock and key right here. Audio, video, the works.
No shit?
Anything happens to me, kid, there's a ledger and a vault in max security. Password's Louisa. That's my get-out-of-Blackgate free card.
Why are you telling me all this?
You saved my life and my empire. Now let's make this rat squeak.
You can just feel that smirk on Bruce's face when he says that line. It also is kind of surreal hearing him swear here. Even though he's speaking as Malone, it just still feels a bit unusual.
Match is Malone, the Rat King's favorite son.
Favorite son? I thought that was you.
There's room for all. Rats have big families.
And not as big as before. A lot of inmates going missing.
He welcomes them to his inner sanctum, all to prepare for the day.
The day of wrath. How you know about all this?
I've been there.
You've been where, Otis?
I cannot say. I was blindfolded. For to look upon his glory is to be stricken.
Yeah. So you don't remember anything?
The king's realm exists beyond the walls of our reality. It is not for us to speak on.
I love how Otis speaks in this subtle whisper, almost like he's still in the confession booth from chapter 3. Quiet as a mouse, or a rat in this case. It's such a great character trait, and it kind of shows that he's fully committed to this whole cult of the rats.
Your night will come, oh favored son. I'm sure of it. I am sure of it!
I gotta get this tape to Barbara for analysis. Maybe we can pinpoint where the recording was made.
Leslie, a trial.
Things are moving fast. Harvey wants to put you on the stand.
Okay, I need you to get something to Alfred. He'll know what to do.
Of course. Just step inside when you're ready.
Leslie is just the best mom. She doesn't ask any questions, she just does it.
Pre-trial hearing, Malone.
The doctor brought you a suit. You ever seen one of those?
At least this way you won't look like a criminal on the stand.
Doctor says the suit's a hand-me-down from Bruce Wayne.
Is this a hearing or a firing line?
Prisoner Malone resisting orders.
Trinket.
What are you doing?
Taking him to the courthouse.
You can even see her react briefly right before they're about to knock him out.
Your Honor, please.
Given Mr. Malone's obvious injuries and visible exhaustion, I'm going to require a competency evaluation as part of this pre-trial hearing. Dr. Crane?
Come on, not that quack.
Mr. Malone, you do not speak unless addressed by myself or counsel. Do you understand?
You seen what this doctor did to my fellow inmates? The man's a threat, plain and simple.
That's enough, Mr. Malone. Dr. Crane! Approach the bench, Doctor. You look even worse for wear than the defendant. Are you all right?
Yes. Just a late night. Patient care is a passion of mine, and a demanding mistress.
Some nice continuity here. This is Judge Vanessa Rios, who took over for Judge Harkness from Batman Arkham Origins. If you remember, Harkness didn't exactly have the most ethical approach. He also had a tape involving the former warden Joseph, and will later end up being murdered by Calendar Man, as revenge for trying to kill him on Christmas Eve. Apparently, Judge Rios is meant to be much more impartial and fair in her methods, yet she still seems to lack common sense. Like, she literally just said Dr. Crane looks worse for wear, and she still lets him perform the evaluation. Okay.
Mr. Malone requires a competency evaluation today to determine his fitness to stand trial.
Very well, Your Honor.
No, I want a second opinion, Judge.
Mr. Malone, this is your final warning. Not another word. Dr. Crane.
Everything all right, Doctor?
I will prove his competency beyond a shadow of a doubt.
Like, are you kidding me? I'm no lawyer or judge, but come on. Everybody looks concerned in the court, yet nobody is questioning this? He's literally huffing drugs in the courtroom, and he's just about to give it to Malone. See what I mean about Judge Rios? I think she might need evaluation before stepping into this courtroom. I'm just saying. Gotham's legal system is really operating on vibes at this point.
Yes, This is exactly what the subject, patient needs.
No, just take it easy,
on?
Doc. Keep this
You saw it. He did this.
Oh God, Harvey! Harvey! Are you okay?
Is he okay? Is he okay? Acid-throwing bastard. I'll kill you! I'll kill you! I'll kill you!
Oh wow, this is not how I expected this scene to play out at all. I do like how the fear toxin is what burns Harvey's face and seemingly brings that shadow side of him fully to the surface. I can definitely see what they were going for here. It's a pretty interesting way to handle Two-Face's origin story in the Arkham series, and it doesn't really break Arkham canon either, since the games were pretty vague about exactly what happened to him. It actually reminds me a bit of the Batman animated series, where Bruce feels personally responsible for Harvey's downfall. I also love the moment where Leslie is comforting Harvey and asking, "Are you okay?" But she's looking at Bruce when she's saying that. And of course, Harvey picks up on that immediately, and then it completely explodes over that, before rushing him. This whole scene does feel a little rushed, I'll admit, but overall, I think it's one of the best scenes in the entire game.
Began at a routine competency hearing for an Irving Matches Malone, who unconfirmed reports suggest is an associate of Carmine Falcone. After Malone became violent under questioning by D.A. Dent, Blackgate psychiatrist Dr. Jonathan Crane approached him to administer a sedative. Malone resisted and grabbed the sedative from Dr. Crane. Then, without remorse, he attacked D.A. Dent from the stand. Dent was rushed to the emergency room. At this time, we have no updates on his condition.
So I was actually wondering, was there a courtroom sketch artist in the room during the scene? But then I remembered there was that lady sitting next to Crane, so maybe that was the artist? Honestly, that would have been actually a really cool little detail if we could actually see her sketching throughout the scene in the background. But hey, there's only so much they can fit into one scene.
Malone!
Bolton, listen, I don't have to...
End of the line! No more due process. No more trials. No more appeals!
Damn, Bruce gets knocked out a lot in this game.
I was starting to get impatient. I want you awake for this. Say hello to the gas chamber, Malone. And then say goodbye to everyone and everything else.
This scene is getting pretty crazy for my taste. I think I need a little help straightening out these clowns.
Howdy do, everyone. Clownpuncher139 here. Just felt like paying Mrs. Analysis back for that Enemy Within crossover a while ago by talking about one of my favorite scenes from one of my new favorite games of all time. The final matches section of Arkham Shadow is one of the greatest chapters across the entire Arkham series, right up there with Bruce and Alfred's argument in Arkham Origins, which is really crazy because of how little gameplay it contains. It's basically just a series of cutscenes where you're completely locked in place and just have to watch everything unfold in front of you, occasionally moving your hands to progress things forward. And while there's a lot that I could talk about, since it's basically just back-to-back amazing scene after amazing scene, there was one moment that really stood out as something special, because of what it represented to me personally on my first playthrough. And seeing as where we are currently in the chapter, I'm sure that you could guess it.
Say hello to the gas chamber, Malone. And then say goodbye to everyone and everything else.
In this moment, everything Bruce has done as matches is finally catching up with him. His idea of joining the criminals to get a better idea of how they think has really backfired, and now he's mere moments away from meeting his maker. Bolton has taken matters a step ahead of what he's used to, removing the scum from his prison by his own hands, Never mind the paperwork that'll come out of such an unjust execution. One thing he didn't account for, though, was the fact that Batman has about 3 sequels that he needs to be alive for.
I just want to add one real quick thing about this scene. Bolton's expression when Bruce is trying to escape is fantastic. You can see his mouth hanging open in shock, and maybe in even a bit of fear. It's almost like he's thinking, wait, is this guy actually Batman? I just found myself loving all the little details in the scene. Okay, back to Clown. I'll shut up now.
I thought I told you to strap him down tight.
Let me out.
So of course, Bruce breaks out of his chains and begins bashing against the chamber windows with all his might, even as the gas is released and begins filling his lungs, forcing him to black out. But when he regains sight, he's not at the pearly white gates. No. Instead, what greets him are the rats that he's been fighting against this whole game, bowing before him as the chamber door is opened and he is released. The big twist that nobody saw coming: you were the Rat King the whole time.
Otis said you'd arrive as one of us, an inmate.
I mean, wasn't it just so obvious through this whole game? As soon as this chapter alone starts, Harvey and Gordon come to Blackgate for an interrogation where they accuse you of being the Rat King, putting the pieces of his legend together, that when the king arrives, it'll be in the form of an inmate.
Hey, don't they say that when the Rat King arrives, it'll be as an inmate?
Carmine Falcone's flunkies shoot us fit the bill.
All of your suspects have been expended by now. You've cleared every possible person who could be the Rat King. But that's only because you never suspected yourself. You've been living another life behind the scenes while you sleep. It's why you hear the king's voices between your rests.
Gotham is a laboratory. We, its test subjects.
Because you've been the one shouting it to the masses the whole time, even incarcerated in Blackgate. It's why you're the one to scar Harvey Dent, do what your top lieutenant failed to accomplish, and even still walk right back into Blackgate with your head held high to the adoration of thousands.
The DA's down! All hail below! Cops towards flank! Cops towards flank!
It was staring you in the face the entire time. How could you not have seen it?
We're not the Rat King.
Okay, obviously not really. Clearly we're not playing some kind of sleeper cell game where we're living a quadruple life as Bruce Wayne, Batman, Matches, and the Rat King. It's all just for show. The rats simply believe that Matches is their king because of everything that's happened around him in the past week of him being in Blackgate. But this moment, watching the rats rise up against their captors and break the guy who's been actively trying to stop them all this time out of a certain death scenario is really shocking. Because, at least for my playthrough, it gave me the idea that there was never a Rat King to begin with.
We know they're well organized, but we know almost nothing about who's behind it.
See, there's an interesting thing about real-life Rat Kings. It's not some giant rat with a little crown that rules over all the other smaller rats. A Rat King is a group of regular old rats that have become intertwined by their tails, forcefully bound together by sticky substances like sap or feces, and are therefore forced to move as one until something comes along to untangle them, or they simply die together. Now, doesn't that sound an awful lot like what could have been going on with the rats in Arkham Shadow? All of this could have started with only the idea of a Rat King, this great philosopher who was coming from the shadows to bring up the underprivileged, unrepresented, forgotten people of Gotham, but one who wanted to take it all back through threats, violence, and everything else bad that you find in a revolution. These horrible ideas that this is the only way these people will ever see justice for the corruption they've been forced to live with ties them all together.
Little brothers, fresh recruits. We're all family to the Rat King.
Those that were previously little more than an inconsequential vermin in the lives of the elite in Gotham become intertwined together under a common cause, creating a movement that they were no longer able to ignore. Through little more than the idea that there was a king leading their cause, the lowest of the low in Gotham banded together and created their own Rat King. There was never a true King of the Rats, because every individual rat was a part of the king themselves.
We live on the streets, ignored, invisible, yet greater in number every day.
And when they bow down to Matches after freeing him from the gas chamber, seeing who they believe to be their king, without any proof other than the feeling over who this man is and what he's done, they proved that their leader was never the strength of their cause.
Malone! My king!
While, yes, someone in this world is the face of the rats, as you'll come to see by the end of this video, in reality, it was never about his impact on the movement. It was all the individuals. Really think about what the Rat King did for the movement, other than just give a bunch of inspiring speeches and act as background noise. Nothing. Out of every action that the rats take through Arkham Shadow, none of it was actually done by the king himself. Shrike was the one who tried to shoot Gordon and kidnapped Dent. Otis was the one who gathered the freed rats together in Death Row. Regular rats. Common working folk like you and me rob Jezebel guns, infiltrate the Monarch Theater, and hold Leslie and Harvey hostage in the courthouse. None of that was done by the king. And then you take in consideration everything that Matches did for their cause, unintentionally or not.
The cops, the courts, the clique. Control us!
He burned the bat signal, setting fire to this symbol of oppression that spent all night trying to keep the rats down, who works in tandem with cops to keep them down even further. He took down the cops.
By my orders, gut the pigs in the pigsty.
He took a knife in the hand from an undercover cop while trying to attempt to snoop on Bolton and Falcone, the two most powerful people in the prison on his first day.
Move us closer to our day of wrath.
And he then humiliated Bolton in his own fighting arena. The face of Blackgate lying unconscious on the hard concrete floor, thrown there by a single, much smaller, unarmed man. He took down the Clink.
So that in 1 week's time.
And he scarred Harvey Dent in his own courtroom, in a trial where he was meant to be the defendant. The face of justice in Gotham, now showing the corruption of the city in plain sight for anyone to see. He took down the courts.
The shaky pillars of Gotham fall.
He dismantled all 3 pillars of corruption in Gotham. And when he was about to be executed for it, he broke out of the chains in the gas chamber, attempting to break through the glass to fight off Bolton and an entire army of Tiger Guards all at once while being subjected to lethal toxins in his lungs. Whether he's ready to admit it or not, Matches Malone represented everything that the rats believed in, and he pushed himself to become the true face of the Rat King. While trying to go undercover and learn more about the rats, Batman unintentionally became the greatest rat of them all.
What a fool I was. Describing heaven to he who built it.
While Batman will eventually be able to stop the true Rat King and prevent the Day of Wrath from claiming the lives of innocents, he and his allies inadvertently caused it to happen in the first place. By fighting back against these people, who in their minds were simply trying to fight a corrupt, oppressive system with very little power themselves, they proved the Rat King's words as true.
You punch down, we rise up.
Had they simply done less, perhaps ignored the words and let it all pass, or instead focus their efforts in different places, like reforming the still corrupt pillars that Gotham had, the rats would have fizzled out just as quickly as they appeared. By opposing them, the rats only grew stronger. Their words proven true with every act of defiance taken against them. By trying to untangle the mess of tales that was the Rat King, they only piled more rats into the cause, making it even larger. And like a hydra, with every head they cut off, another would spout in its place, even angrier than before, with all the reason they needed to oppose them. All this from a simple misunderstanding on the part of the rats. Bowing to the wrong king. I just love this game, man. And if you too like in-depth analysis over probably unintentional plot threads like this, I got a bunch of them over on my own channel, ClownPuncher139. Thanks for having me, Mrs. Analysis. Now wrap up the rest of this amazing chapter. See you later, chaps.
Thank you so much, Clown Puncher, for sharing your thoughts and your analysis, wink, on this incredible game. And after this, definitely go check out the video I collabed with him a few months ago covering Batman the Enemy Within. I'll have the link down in the description. Now, where were we?
Otis said you'd arrive as one of us, an inmate.
My man here's convinced you're the Rat King.
Yeah? What do you think?
I'm not sure, but I know you're on our side.
You saved my life.
You would have done the same for us.
You already have, my king. Saved us all. Now go. Lead the day of wrath.
My king.
He dead?
Not yet. Just say the word.
Spare the bullet. He ain't worth it. He'll suffer more in a cage.
Amen to that. My king, you have a revolution to lead. We got this covered.
Clown pretty much already pointed this out, but I still want to comment on it. The rats believing that Malone is the Rat King is such a fantastic story beat, in my opinion. I love how none of the followers actually know the identity of the leader, so they start assuming Malone is because, well, the evidence we've seen. And Bruce's reaction to all of it is kind of funny. You can practically hear him thinking, okay, this is my life now. Bruce breaking out the handcuffs here might be unrelated, but it instantly reminds me of when he does the same thing in Arkham City. Nice little callback.
My king!
Otis.
What a fool I was. Describing heaven to he who built it. An ark. That is how you will lead us. It was all revealed to me.
An ark?
A great ship. Yes. I'm sorry I cannot help you lead them. Go. Go now. Set sail for our promised land.
Rest. You've done well, Otis, and you'll join us in the promised land.
Yes. Join you in Gotham.
For a moment, I actually thought the Ratcatcher died here. Then I remember in the Batman Arkham Knight Genesis comic, Jason Todd kills the Ratcatcher sometime between the events of Arkham City and Arkham Knight. So he lives on for a couple more years after this. Also, I want to point out that they keep mentioning the Promised Land, which is a really nice callback to Chapter 1 when Alfred brings up the golden calf. It ties together really well since both are biblical references connected to the story of the Israelites in the book of Genesis. Not to mention the ark they keep talking about. I really love how they brought these themes back around. It makes the narrative feel way more connective and intentional. The writers clearly knew what they were doing with all this religious symbolism, and I really appreciate that.
There's the window to my cell. Batcave's just beyond.
Now's our chance. The cell is open! Give me that gun, Arnie boy!
Arnold Wesker, stop right there!
Well, finally, son. Action! Now let's famos, Arnold. There's gotta be a boat out of this hellhole. Gotham City, here we come.
I really love the origin story they give Arnold and how he became Scarface in the Arkham series. They paced it really well, and honestly, I totally buy this part of the lore. It feels natural with everything we know about him already, while still adding something fresh to the character.
So you've retired, Mr. Malone. Your very own verdict.
You led me to trouble as much as the truth.
One enters the land of shadows not to stay, but to return with a blessing, which may be your shadow itself.
Then that part of him I'll keep, Alfred.
Great character development for Bruce here, realizing that his actions actually led to consequences and fully acknowledging that. It's such a strong moment for his character. Moments like this are what makes Bruce feel human.
Harvey Dent left a message for Bruce Wayne, sir. Sounded urgent.
Play it.
Bruce, I know you're probably on a boat somewhere sunny right now, but you really need to call me. I'm about to head into a pre-trial hearing for this Blackgate scumbag, and I was looking into his associates earlier, and brother, it's the craziest thing. And it's... I can't leave it in a message, so please, this time, call me back.
Oh, Harvey begging his brother Bruce to call him because he's desperate to tell him something is honestly really touching to hear. It really reinforces that bond they have, even with everything falling apart around them. Also, I couldn't help but notice Harvey mentioned a boat.
Alfred, call him back.
I've tried, sir, but he seems to have left the hospital.
Transferred?
I'm afraid I'm not sure.
Look into it.
I received a call from Oracle while you were away. She discovered something on the tape sent to her via Dr. Tompkins. Perhaps you should call her back.
Hey, Batman. A tape showed up on my doorstep, so I analyzed it. That voice, that's the Rat King, right? Whoever he is, he was using some pretty old equipment, like 1950s, maybe even 40s stuff. Oh, and get this. There was this metallic echo in there that I compared to some of the other recordings, and it perfectly matches the signature you get from the metal siding they used during World War II to make
boats. The Ark Otis was talking about.
Right? I did some digging and found these old records referring to a dock beneath Blackgate, decommissioned since the early 60s when the new landing was constructed. Oh, and get this. The dock is directly beneath a cave below the cell blocks. I was trying to find a way down there, but without more data...
I've got it. Thank you, Oracle.
You're not hanging up on me?
No, but I need to leave right...
Say no more. Good luck.
Alfred, dismantle the Batcave. I have an idea.
I can't help but wonder if the mention of the 1940s wasn't deliberate, especially since that lines up with the era when Two-Face was first introduced in 1942. Not sure if that was intentional or just a fun nod, but I like the connection. I also really enjoyed seeing Bruce start to respect Oracle more here. It feels like a nice side thread in the developing relationship, and something that clearly sets up future trust between them.
Any idea who that was?
Someone who was in my way.
Dang, ain't that the truth? It would have been even funnier if he said something like, someone who's not important. Though that might be a bit harsh. We'll get to that spiel in night. Nice little detail that Batman has his left forearm wrapped here. I'm guessing it's either from trying to smash the window in the gas chamber, or just from countless injuries he's picked up over the past week. It's a subtle touch, but I really like the game actually shows the wear and tear Bruce has gone through, just like all the other games do in the series.
There's his Ark, a World War II Liberty ship.
That's huge!
The rats will invade Gotham. I'm getting on board. The ship will clear the dock soon.
Don't let it get away!
It's accelerating.
Faster, Master Bruce.
I really like the parallels here. If you remember back in Chapter 1, Batman was racing towards the courthouse trying to save Leslie and Harvey. Now, near the end of the story, he's once again rushing headfirst into danger. This time, chasing the Ark to stop the Rat King, once and for all. Really great bit of narrative symmetry.
Woo! You did it! Just ahead, you'll find...
Barbara. Alfred. The ship is shielding the signal. No matter. I'll head to the bridge. I have to stop the Rat King.
That's the Batman I love. Staying headstrong and doing everything he can to save his city.
Talk about nick of time. I'm a cop. Gordon sent me in undercover.
I know. How did you get here?
Tiger. At least I thought they were Tiger, but they were working for the rats. Caught me snooping the other night. Bagged me and brought me here.
Did you find the Rat King?
No. But get this, they caught the DA too.
You saw Harvey Dent?
Just heard his voice. He's on board. Look, we need to get Gordon on this now. Get me out, I can help.
No, you're safer here.
What? Then go. Stop the Rat King.
Good to see that Chris here is in fact alive, but I do admit, I think his character was missing a step in the story. I understand why he befriends us and used matches as leverage to get in good with Falcone and or Bolton to help uncover the Rat King's identity in the beginning. That part makes sense. But I really think the game dropped the ball a bit with his presence in the story. I honestly forgot about him until they mentioned him in Chapter 4. He kind of ends up feeling like an afterthought, which is a shame because I actually like the idea of his character in the game. It feels like there was a missing scene or interaction that could have tied everything together way better.
When the clock strikes midnight, Dent, we strike Gotham!
Batman? When did you get here? I can handle this.
Handle what?
Saving Gotham. The hell do you think I'm doing here? The Rat King is on the ship! He sabotaged the controls of the bridge and he sent us on a collision course for Gotham. That's never gonna happen. Because I am gonna blow this ship out of the water. No more rats. No more Rat King.
You are the Rat King. Dent, you're not well.
I know what you're trying to do. But you don't get to be the hero tonight.
Oof, what a reveal. I did not see this coming at all. Just wow. It's honestly hard to put into words while recording this. Just incredible writing. And when it finally clicked, it made sense of this game's title. It's not just about Batman's shadow. It's about Harvey's too. The Rat King is Harvey Dent's shadow side. If you read between the lines and piece together all the secrets, you start to realize Harvey was taking treatments from Crane from the tapes we find. And that Crane's prototype fear toxin wasn't just making people afraid. It was bringing out the darkest part of people, sometimes even splitting them into separate identities. Like for example, Wesker finds his murderer's side through Scarface. Bruce's shadow convinces him to try killing people instead. And Harvey becomes the Rat King. What I find interesting is that throughout the game, the Rat King acts like a completely separate person who refuses to accept he's part of Harvey. And Harvey does the exact same thing without even knowing. They both completely deny each other's existence. But when that accident happens in the courtroom, when Harvey's face gets burned on his bad side, everything changes. His personality shifts and becomes way more unstable and aggressive after that. I'll finish this thought at the end. I don't want to give too much away.
Harvey Dent, who at 27, the youngest lawyer in the public defender's office, is running on a promise to end crime in Gotham in 1 year's time.
Are you?
Harvey. You didn't tell me you were running for office. DA?
Yeah, Dad.
You trying to show up your old man?
Hey, you got my vote, Harv.
Not mine. You are a Dent. We still have sabotage. See, there's something broke in our brains. It sees the good in this world and sets it on fire. Your mother knew it, that's why she left us. You get elected, DA boy. All of Gotham will know it too.
I'm fine. I'm fine. Hey, Dad.
Harvey!
Thank you, Harvey. I've been wanting to do that to his dad all game. But all in seriousness, These flashbacks are just incredible. They really fill in so much about Harvey, his struggle, the physical and emotional abuse he endured, even as an adult trying to carry all of this damage forward. It's heavy, but it adds a lot of weight to his character.
Master Bruce, is Harvey?
Harvey is the Rat King. I need to find him, Alfred.
Oh, that almost disbelief tone in his voice. He can barely get it out. There's that pause after Harvey, like he's still processing everything in real time. And also, nice shout out to Pamela Isley on this newspaper.
Bomb's dismantled. It's over, Dent.
We're about to collide with GCPD headquarters.
Brace for impact!
It'll be over soon.
Harvey. I have to find Harvey.
I know you're occupied, sir, but you must hear this. The message from Master Dent is rather dire.
Hey, Bruce, things are pretty crazy right now, and I don't know if I'm gonna make it through the night. But I found him. The bastard that killed your parents, I found him. His name is Joe Chill.
What?
He was in Blackgate this whole time on different charges. Brother, I swore to you, we would make him pay. And I'm gonna take care of this.
What will you do, sir?
I don't know, Alfred.
Oh my god, poor baby. He's still processing Harvey turning out to be the Rat King, and now he's been hit with this news that Harvey found out who killed his parents. Everything is happening so fast that it almost feels like there isn't even time for the player to process it, let alone Bruce. It's just one blow after another. No breathing room at all. This is how you write a climax for a game, in my opinion.
Dent, drop the gun!
Stay back! Kill me! Do it! Shut up! It's okay! It's okay!
Don't
Shut up!
Don't do this!
I made a promise to a 10-year-old boy. He was a little kid whose parents were taken from him by this monster. Look at me. This is what Bruce Wayne.
This is not what Bruce wants.
How would you know
Because
what he wants?
Harvey! Because...
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. This is supposed to be the most dramatic and serious moment in the entire game, but I can't help but focus on Joe's face right here. It's just amazing. I can't even fully explain why. He looks like he's practically begging him to pull the trigger, then immediately drops it the second Two-Face turns the gun towards Batman. It's just like his expression is saying, bruh, you didn't finish the job. Even in the darkest moments, the background reactions steal the scene, in my opinion. Ooh, I kind of like how when Harvey drops the gun, Joe snaps out of it there.
I'm so sorry. So sorry.
Joe, just get the hell out of here. Joe, now!
I already knew who Joe was, like I mentioned back in chapter 2, but I really like Bruce's reaction when it's finally confirmed. He kind of just waves Joe off. No big emotional reaction, no confrontation. He forgives, but he doesn't forget. That quiet restraint says more than a full confrontation ever could. Also, throwaway detail, if you watch Joe leave, he takes his time going down the stairs, because remember, he has a bad leg.
Harvey, I'm right here with you.
With us. We don't get to walk away from this, Brucey. Justice demands sacrifice. It's out of our hands.
Bad news, kid.
That line really cuts deep, especially when you remember Harvey's father saying the exact same thing in the flashback when he flips his coin.
Bad news, kid.
I hate to say it, but it really is the case of like father, like son, just in the worst possible way.
You tried to protect her. You would have done the same for me.
This time, Batman isn't going to let this happen to Harvey the way Strife died. He's going to jump in with him, even if it means the end of his life. It's the clearest statement of who Batman is at his core. He doesn't kill. He saves.
Mr. Wayne, not every day we see a billionaire like you here. Open 7.
Bruce, there you are.
How's he doing?
Confused and scared. His memories of what happened seem to be slipping away with each new day. And Bruce, I have to warn you. He's not alone.
Hey, Harvey?
What are we?
We're brothers, Harvey.
He means... What are we? We are good and evil. Right and wrong. Light, shadow. And Chad.
What is this? Who put this in my hand?
I'm psychotic, aren't I? I'm honestly trying not to cry from that line because he knows he's showing the same traits his abusive father had. Troy Baker is just a legend for this performance. He really sells that weight in that delivery. This scene is easily in my top 10 across the entire Arkham series. And of course, it reminds me of my all-time favorite scene in the entire Arkham series. But I'll save that when we get there.
No. You have something called dissociative identity disorder.
Is there a cure?
There are treatments.
I also wanted to add, I love the lighting in this scene. The blinds are only slightly open, so just a bit of light comes through. It really mirrors Harvey himself, like he's slowly coming back, with his bad side fading in and out, almost like a shadow shifting with the time of day. Going back to my earlier point, how Harvey's shadow is the Rat King, in the end, the Rat King's personality dies and is replaced by this new personality, the one that we recognize as Two-Face.
Bruce, when did you get here? Don't worry, brother. This isn't the end.
This is the beginning of us.
At this point, he knows he'll never change, and even Bruce understands that. That's why Bruce doesn't even say anything, neither in this moment, nor even later when Harvey confronts him 10 years down the line at night. I honestly don't have words left for this game other than this just feels like a pure passion project. I truly love this game so much. Camouflage did massive justice to the Arkham series. I can't stress that enough. To me, this is the most passionate game in the entire Arkham series. Not saying the others don't have it, they absolutely do, but this one just feels different in how much devotion it poured into the story. It pulls you in like nothing else. An original story with real surprises around each corner, backed by some of the best voice acting I've ever heard. I can genuinely just sit here and ooh and all about it all day long. Is this game perfect? No, but no game is, because if there was truly a perfect game out there, everyone would be playing that one. For me, the biggest drawback that I mentioned back in chapter 1 is that it's VR. As someone who deals with vertigo and a heart condition that makes me dizzy very easily, it does limit replayability quite a lot, and that is rather frustrating. I have to ask my husband or a friend to play it for me while I awkwardly sit there and watch it, which is not exactly ideal for a role-playing game, but hey, you gotta work with what you got. Also, I do think some characters needed a bit more development. Like I said, Dr. Crane needed more build-up, Yamashiro definitely needed way more screen time for that twist to feel properly earned, and even Harvey himself could have used more focus, because while his flashbacks did help, a lot of them still felt more centered around Bruce and Harvey's relationship rather than really digging into Harvey's own personal morals and internal conflict. That's the part I wish we saw more of, and I think could have made the Rat King's twist a lot stronger. And yeah, I do think the last chapter is a tad rush, especially now that I'm sitting here writing out my own thoughts, but honestly, majority of the writing, narrative, lighting, and the voice acting makes up for it tenfold. It really sucks the sequel got canceled, and we'll probably never get to know where the story was gonna go. The Arkham community was so back from this game, and I generally feel so bad for Ryan and the rest of the team with how everything ended up turning out. You can tell how much passion and care went into this project, and I wish nothing but the best for him and this team moving forward. Thank you so much for making an amazing, enjoyable, shocking, emotional, funny, story-driven, and an award-winning game. Speaking of Ryan Payton, the director of this game, he actually reached out to me personally and expressed how much he appreciated this whole overanalyzing series I've been doing. And he even asked me to add this comment into the video, and I quote, "Please accept my dearest gratitude for the work you put into this excellent series on a game the people of Camouflage and I had the honor of developing, thanks to the partnership with WB, DC, and of course, Meta. Without them, this game wouldn't exist." One of the many fascinating things about game development is how many angles one can take with developing, analyzing, and commenting on a game. Whether it's the gameplay, visuals, audio, packaging, marketing materials, sales performance, or any number of other areas. I was lucky enough to be heavily involved in all of the above. If there was one area of, let's call it irrational passion I had when working on this game, it was rallying up the team to make Batman Arkham Shadow the most authentic entry in the storied Arkham franchise we possibly could. Of course, there are the headlining efforts, such as how we threaded the needle of Harvey's past to do something bold while respecting the existing canon, or how we worked with Roger Craig Smith to ensure the game felt like a continuation of the work WB Montreal did on Arkham Origins. There are, as you know, also countless references, nods, and winks to not only Origins, but every possible piece of Arkham and Batman media we could possibly cram into this game. All of that was such a joy to work on. Watching your series, hearing your genuine excitement, and being amazed by what you've been able to pick up through your analysis put a smile on my face, truly. It's people like you we wanted to delight with all the effort we put into creating Batman Arkham Shadow. To hear your enthusiasm and expert Arkham analysis is something I know everyone from Camouflage will cherish for the rest of their careers. Thank you. End quote. No, thank you, Ryan, for what you did with this game. And I'm honestly incredibly honored that you reached out and said this. It truly means the world to me. Some people are probably going to ask if this is my new favorite Arkham game, and, well, you have to wait and see. I'll give my full verdict once we finish Batman Arkham Knight, because I'll say this right now, it's pretty damn close. Oh yeah, I probably should talk about the ending scene where we get introduced to Dick and how he pretty much becomes Robin here. It's honestly a really touching scene, and it's really sweet to see these two interact and how Bruce pretty much adopts him, and how these two become the crime-fighting duo we all know and love. It honestly would have been such a great setup for the sequel. But yeah, I think I already said enough about that whole situation. And I really like at the end, we see the door open, because it's like that famous line, when one door closes, another one opens. A really fitting way to end things. Thank you so much for watching this incredible series of Arkham Shadow, and a huge thanks once again to Clown Puncher for the amazing insight on that incredible scene. What are your thoughts on this game as a whole, and what are you more excited for, Lego Batman or me finally starting Batman Arkham Knight? Let me know down in the comments, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button. And if you want to stay more connected, I post regularly on the community tab about news on Batman media, fun polls, behind the scenes, and so much more. So make sure you click that on the bell notification so you don't miss out. Also, why not subscribe and join our Bat family? Us nerds need to stick together. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Stay tuned.